But I think everything is up and... Alright, y'all. Welcome to Constantine's Soapbox. I'm gonna be playing Wrath of the Righteous. I'm starting a whole new character, naturally a Sword Saint. We're gonna see how this plays. I am not gonna do Last Azanti, that's my main playthrough, and to be honest, it's pretty brutal. Let me know if the audio is coming in through. I've been having issues with it where it would cut out, but hopefully it won't do that today. Welcome to Constantine's Soapbox. I'm gonna be playing Alright. So let's begin. New game. Story. So... Alright, so I'm gonna do a custom difficulty. Critical hits are gonna be normal. Damage is gonna be normal. I'm gonna make the no stat adjustments. Additional behavior. I'm gonna keep the weather effects light because when I have it on heavy, the game really drags, and I personally do not like that it drags so much. No, I'm not gonna turn that on. That's off. Immersive mode on. I'm not sure if I want to have my companions rise after combat. I'm kind of mixed on this one. I'll leave that up to the chat and see what y'all think. I'll give it like 2 minutes. All of a few people who are watching. Now let me see. I think I'm leaning to allowing them to rise. I can change it later. I know I can. Man, is it brutal? I'm not that good at the Pathfinder. Be able to keep my characters alive. I have played with it off before in my main playthrough, doing the Last Azanti mode, and it is brutal. It is very, very brutal for me. I can do it in Kingmaker. Kingmaker is no problem. I'm very confident with Kingmaker. Wrath is so much harder, especially after I think I started losing people in the siege of Dresden. That's when I was like, oh, I may not be all that interested in it. Yes, it was brutal. How's the video quality coming in? I think I'm gonna let them rise after combat. I agree. Alright, custom character. I'm gonna do a custom portrait. I already have one in mind. So I'm going to do Sword Saint, because that's what I have in the spell description and the video description, and to be honest, I really love Sword Saints. I might actually do an Arcanist, but I'm gonna see how that goes next time. So I'm gonna choose Elf initially, and you're gonna see why later. The background doesn't matter yet. I'm gonna change that later. I'm actually gonna choose Martial Discipline. And right now the stats don't matter. I'm gonna change it later on, but ideally I want Dex, I want Intelligence, I want Constitution. And to be honest, I'll just put 1 point here. I'm actually going to drop Charisma a bit. And let's see. Will have to work for now. I'm going to change the stats later. Then, any mobility, knowledge, arcana, perception, persuasion. Then I'm going to choose weapon finesse. I'm going to choose my weapon specialty. I love using dueling sword, especially when you can get the feat, you get that +2 to AC. However, over time you don't necessarily need it, and if you can get really good crit damage with a rapier or a scimitar, it might be better. In the long term, you deal more damage. So on this playthrough, I'm gonna go with the scimitar. And then I'm actually gonna go back to race. So I'm gonna go human. And the reason I'm gonna switch to race here is because in order to get Slashing Grace, you have to have weapon finesse and weapon focus. By choosing the Sword Saint, you get weapon focus automatically. However, the game does not naturally allow you to choose Slashing Grace right off the bat. I have no idea why. However, if you choose your race, get all the way to your feet, and then change it back to human, then your second feat can be slashing. So let's see. Let's drop back my Constitution to 14 because I don't need that much. I'm not going to choose Strength. I'm going to choose Intelligence. I might actually make this a full 20. Intelligence needs to be higher than this. So let's make this 12. And I have a floating one. I'm gonna put it in Wisdom. Right. Now I get an extra point. I'm actually gonna put that in Use Magic Device. There's my weapon finesse. And look, I have Slashing Grace for my scimitar. So now I can deal dex to damage from level 1. So, Sword Saint, they don't have as much spellcasting ability as the base Magus. So we're going to focus on defensive spells or buff spells. So Expeditious Retreat, Shield. If I had Spell Blend at level 4, I probably would have picked up Mage Armor. But that's not an option. Shocking Grass for the memes. Actually, I'm probably going to use it later. Vanish. And let's go with... Actually, you know, I don't really use... Well, let me take off Shocking Grass. Go with Magic, Missile, and... Magic Weapon. I've actually used Magic Weapon a couple. I've used True Strike a couple. Let's see. Let's go... Iomade. Lawful Good, just in case I decide to take that 1 level dip in Monk. I don't think so, because I didn't buff Charisma or Wisdom. Body type's fine. Sure. Scar. Oh, now it looks like Anakin Skywalker. It definitely looks like Anakin. I might do that one day. I might make Anakin Skywalker. Not in this build though. Looks like the portrait. Our secondary color is white. Black.
I have no use for this.
Don't really like most of his voices, so I'm gonna go.
Are you still here? Beautiful. First come, first... Damn, son!
No. No.
Our time has come.
You're done for. I'll take care of it.
Well, that sounds like he has a stick up his.
My wounds part.
I didn't even break a... Calm down. Not dead yet.
Boring.
I sense something. I need to concentrate.
His beard is a little bit too dark to have a voice like that. You know what? YOLO. Let's go with the Optimus. His name is, guess what? Constantine. I'll go with the 27th.
And off we go.
Alright, so 15 armor class. I have dex to damage. Pretty good mobility. You think I should go pragmatic? Yeah, I guess I could do that.
One way or the other, we will be victorious.
Honestly, I feel like the Optimist will probably get on my nerves after a little while, after clicking every step. And I'm like, oh my goodness, can you please stop? Okay, so the reason I took improved unarmed strike is because I'm probably not going to take that level of monk. But since I already have to take dodge, once I pick up dodge, I can quickly go right into crane style, which will give me massive AC bonus fighting defensively. And then it will synergize really well with some of the duelist feats I'm going to pick up later. And we start. You're right, he doesn't sound. It doesn't sound as much like a cleaning product. So, turns out a lot of the characters that you run into later in the game, you can actually talk to from the very beginning. I did not know that. I'm going to test it out this time and see how many characters I can find, because I did not see it. Ooh. Make way, coming through. Fetch a healer, quick. Oh, be a little gentle, please.
Hey, somebody! We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
My, would you look at this?
I'm getting an error saying that my video is not as clear. Oh, is my... Let me check. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not downloading anything in the back. Okay, I'm not downloading anything. Let me check OBS real quick. How's the video quality, you guys? Did it downgrade dramatically just now? Says my connection's good. Sure. I think it's just you, Steven.
Oh, I don't know. An infirmary? Or an accommodating ditch?
Make room, everyone! Step back! Now, what's the matter? What happened to him? The wound looks nasty. Who did this to him?
Demons, Prelate. We found him barely alive outside the walls of Canabris.
Demons.
The walls, you say? Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. Must fortify the defenses. And you, hold fast. Don't die. We'll see you right.
Yeah, I'm trying not to do that.
We'll get you patched up now. But first, you there, guard. Take his weapons. Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival. Wounded or not, everyone must abide by the rules. He can get his things back after the festival. O Inheritor, leader of our troops, the sharpened edge of our blades and the unyielding strength of our armor, Iomade, I beseech you, grant your mercy. Heal his wounds.
The magic envelops you, but your pain lessens only slightly. I'm gonna grit my teeth.
My powers are not enough here. Someone call for Terendelev. You there! Yes, you! Stop dithering and gawping and make yourself useful. Go and get Terendelev.
Oh wow. I just realized.
Surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
Yeah, I just realized he was talking to Camellia this entire time. I just noticed that.
I'll get her! Terendelev! Has anyone seen Terendelev?
Be quick about it before it's too late. Who are you? I don't remember seeing you before, and I have an excellent memory for faces.
I'll be back. Ugh. Near crisis at home. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I should really fix my... Oh, I didn't even turn on my be right back screen. Could get in the habit of doing that. You know, I have not done that option either. Let's check it out.
Is that so? What street do you live on? What do you do for a living? You don't look like a local.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
My dear prelate, please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor man. He has been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of him.
All right, as you wish. You are our protector, and a dragon at that. So I shall defer to your wisdom. But be on your guard. I've been informed he was wounded near Canabris. That means the demons are prowling just outside the walls. And the city is crawling with their spies. Others may be able to relax on this holiday, but not you or I. Not the defenders of this city.
Muttering discontentedly, the old man walks off.
Pry loose the grudging grip of pain. Cast off the veil of suffering flesh. Let light and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death.
No longer. Ah. Can I go?
Certainly, but be careful. I am not entirely sure what the demons did to you. This wound is no ordinary injury, and it was inflicted by no ordinary weapon. I have managed to get you back on your feet, but I have not yet healed you fully. Alas, sooner or later, your pain will return.
Sounds like foreshadowing to me. But I don't know that that's gonna happen.
But do not be discouraged. You will recover, I promise you that. Tomorrow, come to the cathedral and say that you are expected by Terendelev, protector of Canabris. We will find a way to help you. But for now, put this out of your mind and enjoy the festival. They are all too rare in this time of war, and merriment is one of the best medicines.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this map and see how many people I can find. Huh. Oh, Horan. Just him? There's someone else there. Nevia? Oh, cool. I can't remember who he is. Ramian. No idea. Ramian? And Horgus. Okay. I could have sworn... Alright, let me go do the Let me talk to Anivia. I do not want these to pop up anymore. Everyone's letting their hair down, everyone's drinking, having a good time, but the demon spies, never let up. So that means no fun for me. Priest. Oh, is he? Oh! Okay. Yeah, I think I remember. Good to know. Oh, there's Sela. Pour me another one. Let's make this a day to remember. I do love a festival. When we win, our victory feast will put this one to shame. There's John Aldori. Where's Camellia? There's Darian. There's the quest for Fey Mythic. Dunno. Stranger. Is that the same stranger from later? Oh, he doesn't even. I am the answer, but what is the question?
I know the way.
Oh, there's Camellia. Let's see what she says. Huh. There'll be peasants and their grubby diversions. Why did I ever bother coming? And why are you still here? Huh. Let's talk to Urgus. Yes, happy city day. And now, step away, please. I do not wish for Horgus Worm to be seen next to you. Well, get you too, man. Oh, there's Ember. I didn't even know Ember was here. Happy city, good people, spare a coin for a hungry belly. Actually, I think I saw Curl over there too. I don't know if I could look and treat Curl the same way after what I found out. Alright, well, I'm gonna do the drinking contest and the darts. That guy looks like Tristan from Kingmaker. One sec. I'm gonna change my spellbook to shield setup because I feel like I'm gonna need shield sooner or later.
As it should be.
Right, let's do the. I forgot the darts. I'll just do the training dummy.
next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee?
Is the sound going out from the game from time to time or no?
Here with a good protective spell.
I've seen you somewhere before.
Yeah, you have. You owe me your life. I'm the one who found you outside the walls and brought you inside to be healed. I see they patched you up. Good thing they did it before the attack, or else you'd have been done for.
What's the situation in the city?
Who knows? Everything's on fire, crashing down around our ears. Place is crawling with demons. Looks like a whole army attacked the city. We're sitting ducks.
But I live here. Here. Care to lend me a weapon? I'll try to fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it can pierce the hide of a demon lord even. Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
The tiefling's words are drowned out by a terrible rumbling and the rustling of countless tiny wings.
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at the Lord of Locusts. Behold, Iomade. Behold the death I sow.
The silver dragon, Terendelev, the defender of Canabras, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
Yeah, Terendelev got one-shotted. Maybe that. Maybe I should not have switched my spell. Sound like it was a bad idea now. I'm not gonna.
Oh, holy mother of...
The small woman with messy brown hair winces in pain, uttering a stream of curses through clenched teeth. She is pinned to the ground by a couple of weighty boulders.
Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs?
I feel them all right. When say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
We don't have to rely on brute strength for this. I'll try to find something to use as a lever. Hey, knowledge roll check passed. I rolled a natural 20 plus 3. You quickly find some suitable sticks and you free the wounded woman from the rubble without even breaking a sweat.
Look at you! It's good to meet someone who uses brains first and brawn second.
Damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse. I'll just make myself a splint out of something. Thanks for the help. I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Tirabade, of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened, though, now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
Right?
Well, I'm Sela, paladin by the grace of Iomedae. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendev and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now. I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Canabres has lost the protection of Terendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomedae's herald, with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
Hey, thank you for visiting the stream. I really appreciate it. You have a good night and have a good day tomorrow.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Canabres will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
I'm a scholar. I came here to see the world rune with my own eyes. My name is Constantine.
Good to meet you. Now, tell us all about yourself.
Whoa, girl. Slow down. Exchanging names is enough for now. We don't have time to be swapping life stories. We need to find a way out of here.
Copy that.
Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3 of us, with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight. If we do come up against anything, the 2 of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open sky soon.
Look at that. Alright. See what I'm working with. So, my AC is 16. Great, but it's not terrible. So I got 1 for my intelligence. Oh, right, because I don't. Alright, let's go find ourselves a weapon. Huh. Look, Auron put all the confiscated weapons in this chest. Take a look. Maybe your things survived the fall. Ah, would you look at that? My things survived the fall. Take the rapier. You know what? I'll just take it. So let's go ahead and give him his rape. No, I'm gonna give him a scimitar. Cold iron scimitar. AC increase. No mage armor. No. Can't fight defensively either. But level 3 he probably will. No shield either. That's fine.
That is not far.
Let's get some spells in here. Let's do Disrupt Dead, Acid Splash, and that should.
Time's not waiting.
Isn't the greatest fighter, but. The fine apparel of this young half-elf woman is torn and stained with blood, dust, and dirt. However, she holds herself with such dignity that you would be forgiven for thinking that you were at a high society party, and not in the dank catacombs under the city. Her fingers grip her rapier hilt with confidence, ready to draw it at a moment's notice. At her feet lies a dead body, so mutilated that at first glance, its it's hard to tell if it's animal or human.
Relax, friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, all right? We fell down here during the attack. I'm Sela, that's Anevia, and this is our new friend. We're looking for a way back to the surface.
Really? I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I thought, naively it now seems, that the Wardstone protected us from attack. And Terendelev, I can't wrap my head around it.
The girl relaxes slightly, but keeps her hand on her sheathed weapon. Her self-control falters for a moment, and you glimpse the fear beneath her mask of perfect placidity. She licks her lips nervously. Not many could withstand a strike from a demon lord. Not even Terendelev.
I can't argue with that. We're fortunate to be alive, albeit underground.
Daskari himself has come to Canabras. There's no mistaking that ugly mug. Terendelev tried to fight him, but what could she do against a near deity? Even the Wardstone was no help. Our city used to be protected by powerful forces, but now...
Anevia shakes her head.
We've seen how powerless they truly are. Henceforth, we shall have no one but ourselves to rely on, I suppose.
What happened to this poor man? Who is he?
I don't know. He must have been in the square when disaster struck. I tried to revive him, but he was already dead, sadly.
He didn't get these wounds from the fall. Be on your guard. Whatever killed him likely hasn't gone far.
Hang on. I think I know him. His name's Aravashniel, the egghead from the library. He was a good lad, even if he was kind of stuck up. May his soul rest in peace.
You know, I can definitely use an extra sword, so I'm gonna actually have her join our party, but I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if I say the wrong thing, she's gonna put her rapier through my heart. Do you want to join us? I ask her.
Certainly. Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves?
Okay, we need to keep moving. There must be a way back to the surface somewhere around here.
That's right. It would be the height of foolishness to survive a demon attack only to perish under a pile of rubble.
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kinda need all the supplies we can get right now.
I ain't gonna come. Alright, you got a little dagger on him. Let's see, what spells does she have? Can I? Can I really? Sweet. Okay.
They'll never see me coming.
Rely on me. Did I mess up again? A bright future awaits us.
Our victory is certain.
I didn't hit a single one of them. I feel like this. I kind of want it to keep. But I'm just gonna have her set to charge. He's not that great yet, so I'm gonna have him just focus on range damage. So
we will be victorious.
Ooh, sneak attack. So I'm considering taking a level of Vivisectionist just for the sneak attack damage, because it adds up fast. It really does. But the thing is, I don't... With this game, I don't want to be behind in my... That's gonna be useful later.
The light.
Save the last one for me.
Don't know why my combat log doesn't... I think it's because it wasn't already at the bottom, and that's why I was acting weird. So, let's be more... So, I'm actually gonna go with Lan instead of Wundawag.
No, I can't just walk away.
It's got
to be here somewhere.
You struggle to make out the man's features in the gloom. As soon as he steps into the circle of light, however, you realize that you've never encountered a creature like this before. The stranger looks like the work of a vivisectionist who attempted to stitch together a lizard and a man.
Wundawag.
The man notices you and freezes. The curling horn protruding from his head casts a malevolent shadow on the cave wall.
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
The woman looks just as strange as her companion, like a cross between a cat and spider. When she catches sight of you, she immediately jumps into a fighting stance. Her movement reveals the lethal grace of a wild predator.
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait, they might know what's going on up there.
Demons are laying waste to Conabras.
If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
I'm gonna say Conabras.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze...
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Conabras. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
What are you doing here?
That's none of your bit...
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the underground crusaders to take up arms. If we get the holy sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame, and will burn anyone who touches it. Do you think you're special, Lan?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Wundawag shrugs and turns away. Fine. We'll find the sword faster if we work together. I'll help you. But you're gonna have to help us get out of here. And does the maze really lead to the surface?
Yes. There are other ways up, but they are far from here. And after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the underground crusaders. The time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze, and even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wendwog too much.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other.
You're a hint of him. You hear a hint of emotion in Wendawog's voice for the first time. We'll help you find the sword. Besides, if we work together, it'll go faster.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help. The sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks, swordy. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
For some reason, he sounds like a more grown-up version of... Oh, I'm blanking on it. Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, he sounds like a more grown-up version of Sokka to me. Maybe in personality or in spirit.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
Alright, let's go.
I know the way.
I found... something.
Oot. Grinding stone.
What's that there?
A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Constantine feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Terendelev reopens and weeps scarlet, but there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber. This one or another one entirely? Constantine's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind. Thoughts that clearly belong to another. Treachery. They betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead, in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do you believe I'm about to die from their treacherous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with a golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have the strength, I must. While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Constantine intuits that he can control them somehow. Let's try to. He heals the wounded girl. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Constantine. The wounded girl opens up her eyes and whispers, Ariel, you... and the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true? The frenzy of foreign thoughts come faster and faster like a rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars, a young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword, a majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet, but his voice ringing clear. Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready, there is no one going back. Then don't waste your strength healing me, the girl whispers. Your mission is more important. You take care. It is near. There in the vision, the darkness in the cave steers into motion. Something massive appears from within its depths, a vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirruping and rustling emanates from the shadow, the sound piercing like hot irons, lancing through flesh and bone. The traitors fall to their knees before the shadow is in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest burns white hot. Constantine's head pounds with pain, and it is no longer clear whose pain it is. The person called Lariel, who sent this vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it. But Constantine knows how to resist malign influences such as this, no matter its origin. Oh, sweet. I rolled 16. Pass a knowledge arcana check. The force of the attack, through the originating in a vision, is terrifying, but Constantine, stronger. He shakes off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who sent the vision cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in the strange vision or memory. But the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of the Skari, the terrifying demon lord. In a movement as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they called Lariel. Lariel. Let's go with Lariel. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks like a fly with its wings torn off, intones the shadow, its voice changing as it moves, shifting from a quiet whisper to a sonorous shout, beginning young, then old and quavering. Where is your goddess angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you are dying here alone? No, so far from light. Your heaven? A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through the stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Constantine senses that the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing, like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this. You will kill me, monster. This I know. But one day, someone will come back and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and save and protect the innocent. The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Constantine does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from his lips, and with them, something else. The heat blazing in Constantine's chest fades away. The edge of the scarlet wound closes, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Constantine sees the flaming sword in his hand, or rather, its outline. The memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into his hand. Constantine senses that it will return. All he needs to do is call it.
Hey, are you all right? You were kinda glowing just now.
Ayla kneels before the light, offering up a prayer to Iomade.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
Lan looks at you, dumbfounded.
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
Wenduog frowns. I think I saw the memories of Lariel, the angel who died here.
Lariel? That really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it. And now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood, no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Wenduog watches you with suspicion. Rightfully so, to be completely honest.
Now, Wentuog, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff, because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sol, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the Abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
So you saw it too. The traitors. The dying girl.
It's only us here. Your group, you, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it. Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous, and when I'm upset, and when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sol. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if he can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
Although, it seems I can control it. I reveal the light of heaven.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing! Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Wenduog stares at the divine light, as if transfixed.
Yes, it's similar, but this light is more... golden? Chief Sol needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
Well, lead us to your chief and I'll decide if I'm going to help or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
Can't hide from me.
To be honest, I've always gone with Lan, and I like Lan. I like Lan from a roleplay perspective. However, I've never added Wendewog to my party, and I kind of want to see how that plays out. So I'm actually going to make a decision that kind of goes against how I normally play. And yes, I play as a goody two-shoes. That's just how I am naturally. It's really hard to play that bad guy, but you know, what's the point of role-playing if you play the same every single day, right? So I'm actually going to make Lan look like an idiot.
A trivial matter.
Don't show. Kill it. Okay.
You've
let's go.
crossed the
Enemy
wrong
approaching.
mongrel.
Oh, sweet.
Yet another obstacle.
Sela, you're the real MVP.
Follow my lead.
My goodness. Real good. Oh, maybe I had tutorials on when I made this playthrough.
I found a fade in your blood.
As it should be.
Wendewog glances at Lan, who is fixing a slipped bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow from beneath her blood. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are and where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you. Don't show the light of heaven to Saul. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors, I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, that they are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves, and another thing to fight the shield maze. Fight in the shield maze. Wendewog leans closer, her pupils dilating. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young, stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought. But we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge. It's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as the primordial light. And if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seem to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. Wendewog looks away. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. Don't want to have to do that again. And it will help again if a crowd of ill-prepared And it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea where they're going. All because Lan believes that a glowing sword will solve all of our problems. Man is sure that the light should be shown to the mongrels. Man? Wendell grimaces, and a guttural, husky snarl unfurls in her throat. He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it sounds like suicide. The worst part is that the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. What about the kids in the maze? Don't you want to save them? I do want to. But I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Soul is hesitant, and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lan's the only one who benefits from the childish games of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to find them, or whatever's left of them, without any heroics, relying only on myself, risking only my life. Wendell slows. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together and find the way out to the surface. Fine, Wendell. I'll think about it. Shall we go? Wendell nods. Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear it. You know, it's terrible. I actually know she's not a good person, but I'm gonna actually do it her way. Gonna make him look like an idiot. That's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. She actually has a good point. He is trying to play hero. Although her reasons are not good, there's some logic to what she says. I'm not good with voices, but I'll try. Your first impression of the mongrel village is of a squalid dump with the odors to match. Unblinking, glowing eyes watch from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white, eyeless fish, while others are repairing fish nets. All the signs of normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air. A heavy-set aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way towards you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the others gleam with moisture. Uplanders! End times are near, indeed. Chief Saul, we found the angel's sword, and we found the one who could wield it. Lan points to you. He had a vision, and now the angel's sword, together with the light of heaven, are somehow inside him. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can save them. Saul raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails. Ah, Lan, always dreaming, always talking. You're so hasty, too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble. Saul's eyes up and down. An uplander with the light of heaven. That's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes to believe. Is that right, Lan? I'm the chief. I don't work on faith. Show the light. Wendell stares at you intently, like a cat watching a bird, and shakes her head and I will help you find the lost mongrels in the caves, but you can quit hoping for a magical sword to appear. Wenderwog lets out a satisfied laugh. At last, someone's talking sense. You don't understand. It's holy light. It will scare off the monsters that dwell in the maze. Lan drops his voice. Listen, I don't personally believe in angelic light, but Sol does. Show him it won't cost you anything. Is there someone else from the surface here? Sol points off to the side. There he is. Hale and hardy and prim as a peacock. Just like me. Sol laughs, but quickly returns to business. It's not good. Too many uplanders. It's not good. It's not right. What are you doing here? You're not one of us. We're not your kind. When the time comes, we'll come to you, not you to us. Lan is mistaken. We didn't find the sword. I lie. Lan whips his head to look at you, stunned. He clenches his fist for a moment, as if planning to shake the truth out of you, but he quickly gets a handle himself. I don't know why you're lying. No doubt you have your reason, but I know it's a lie, and you know it, and Wenduwag knows it. Lan turns to Wenduwag. Tell him, Wendu. Wendu stares blankly back at him. I saw the light shining between the rocks, and then I went out. Lan saw what he wanted to see. Why are you doing this? Doing what? Telling the truth? Lan looks at you expectantly and sighs when you don't answer. Right. You and Wendu worked everything out between yourselves. You've played me like a blind mole here. And barks. Everyone around me said that they didn't want to go anywhere to save anyone, but I didn't believe them. I always have to take things further than anyone else. Isn't that right, Chief? Fine. I see how things are. I don't need anyone any more convincing. Lan offers a crooked. Sheesh, Lan. Miracles are not meant for us. We, the tribe, we wait. If you're one of us, you will wait. We're not going anywhere. Uplanders, rest now. There's a hut over there. You can rest there. Lan is silent, his eyes shifting from you and Sol to Wenduwag. You made the right choice. It was the lesser of two evils, and now rest. So we can be at our best when we go into the maze. I promise to lead you to the surface, and I will. So, I'm going to save here. I might actually call it good here. I'm going to save, and actually going to choose level 2 of Magus. So normally, I would go up to Alchemist and take Vivisectionist. So I can get that +4, get some alchemical bonuses, and that sneak attack dice. Do not underestimate that sneak attack dice. It is amazing. But here, I'm going to do a little different. I am actually going to just stay with this. Alright, so for spells, Shocking Grasp, because I really like Shocking Grasp. Really the only reason I'm getting it. AC went up. I want to auto over her. So I want her to have Persuasion. She's not going to do well with... Actually going to try to Give her +1 in. You know what? In the front. You know what? I'm gonna give her the ability. I'm gonna have it go the way. I'm actually gonna have her build exactly as she is. And I'm gonna have him not gonna level up just in case he ends up being a bad guy. Keep him level 1. Windowag. I'm actually gonna change her class. Let me see her stats. Has high dex on wisdom. I think I'm gonna a ranger. I don't want her to be like here or something. No. Are they full +1 base cast spells? I think I'm gonna go with Slayer. I think Slayer makes the most sense for her. Honestly, I think Slayer makes the most sense for her. Well, attack at level 3. You know what? Let's keep her as her actual class. So you know what? I'll respect her. Just keep her. She's definitely evil. Alright, let's change my spellbook. Guild. Guilds, yes. It's not wait. A little bit long. Magic grab. Yeah. Level 4 is gonna be nice. Okay, let's go rest. Ah, a human face at last. And here I thought, and there I thought I'd be grazing upon the twisted vestiges of those tragedies for the rest of my life. Oh, troglodytes, I don't know. Troglodyte. An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatiously clothed approaches you. His face is peppered with several healed cuts and bruises, and twisted in an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Worm. Yes, that worm. You, no doubt, have heard of me if you've spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name means nothing to me. Who are you? You truly are freshly arrived in the city, then. You can't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived and the city's been razed to rubble. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabras. I may not be as well known as a certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their life, I can't say, traipsing from one ball to the next, but the Worm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city. I'll have you know, Did you see the marquees in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies. You have Horkus Worm to thank for that. Okay. What kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I am determined to find out. I have no intention of seeing out the rest of your... You have no intention of seeing the rest of your days in the village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface, the city, if there's anything left of it. You look like someone who could swing a blade as well as cast a spell. I am very gratified to see it. A good generalist will be a fine companion on the way to the surface. You are strong. It will be no trouble to you, but I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling through caves, playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city, and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coin. I guess we can help this man. It is good to have friends among Conabras' elite. $2,000. Why not 10,000 or 100? No. Let's not be miserably. Let's say 1,000,000. My initial offer was a king's ransom. You'll likely never see so much gold in all your life. It's non-negotiable. Not interested in your proposition. Pardon me, but do not speak for everyone here. Camellia casts an assessing glance over Horgus, who stares stoningly back at her. We are searching for a way out to the surface, are we not? Worm has the money, everyone in the city knows it. But why turn down an easy reward? You don't need the money. Fine. In that case, the reward will go to me. Splendid. In the meantime, I should sit here in the village. We have to go. Go on, go on. Don't forget our agreement. When you find the way out, be sure to tell me. He seems pretty determined. You know, I've noticed that the camera doesn't seem to follow the characters anymore. I don't know why that's happening. I wonder if it's one of the options. Tutorials. I'm actually gonna. Context tutorials, fine. Or quick movement on autofill. Edge scrolling on right mouse button. Spells, highlight, buttons. Yeah, no, that's kind of frustrating that it doesn't follow the character anymore. The one that follow characters the camera, it doesn't follow character. Play mode is fine. These are all fine. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't follow. I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's rest. And I think I'm gonna call, once I rest, I think I'm gonna call this. Yeah. Oh, uplanders. Come see my wares. You there! A tall woman with a face deformed by an enormous swelling smile smiles broadly at you, showing off her double row of small, sharp teeth. You! From the surface! You must be tough to make it all the way here. Never thought I'd see the day. Call me Drya. Let's trade. Or Dyra, or really learn to read. Reading can be real hard sometimes. Ah. So I'm gonna take both of her potions of mage armor because I'm going to be using it quite often. Just the feeling, you know? And if I had more money, I would take all of her Cure Light. Going to keep these as swarms. Definitely gonna keep the Everbright. This is amazing. I'm gonna buy it. Yep, gonna buy it. Feel like I'm not gonna need it right away. Later on, that's a disturbance. So gonna keep it. And yeah, let's rest. I don't want to keep going, but no. I'll go again tomorrow. Rest 9 hours. It's time. We're heading out now. Land won't get in our way. Wendog breathed deep through her nose, powering constantly, trying to taste the air, to detect even the faintest sense. Finally, she gives an approving nod. Land won't get in our way? Where is he? On the way to his death if he decided to go it alone. Or maybe he's in a hole somewhere crying about how lonely he is. I don't care either way. You watching me sleep or something? Wendowak snorts and turns. You think I like looking at Uplanders? I've got better things to do. Don't think you're special. It's time to what? To get out of here. I'm keeping my word. Wendowag looks around. It's quiet now. The village has settled down. I know the shortest route to the maze. We'll take a boat. No one will see us. Are we gonna just leave Horgus and Anivia here? Getting you all out at once will be difficult. We'll let the injured woman recover. Do you think I like knowing there are upliners sitting in our village? But trying to drag an injured person through the maze just might be suicide. And don't even get me started on the other one. He's not going to get off his backside unless we send a litter to carry him. Are we still gonna save the missing mongrels? Underrock frowns. What? Oh, them. They're probably dead already, but if we meet someone on the way, we won't just walk by. At the end of the day, they're our tribe. Are you sure the maze is all the way to the surface? Noah hisses in irritation. Do I look like someone who doesn't know what she's talking about? Yes, I'm sure. There might be other ways, but not anywhere near here. I've never made it all the way through the maze, but every time I've smelt the change in the air. Anyone who can't has no business being in there. They're as good as dead. If you don't believe me, you can wait for another guide to show up, but no one apart from me will get you where you need to go. Fine, let's go. It's time to get out of here. Wendowag nods. Right. And another thing. You could have chosen not to listen to me, but you did. That means you have real strength in you. A strong person can take the truth, even if they don't like it. And the truth was on my side. I want to say, Wendowag, thank you. You saved the tribe from a stupid mistake. They're alive now because of you. Now, let's go to the boats. We'll get there fastest by water. Alright. So let's go ahead and save. I'm gonna actually make a new save for this one. And let's call it good. Well, that was episode 1 of Wrath of the Righteous with my sword Saint Constantine. I have my own personal playthrough that I'm doing on Last Azani, but man, it is brutal. So if you really liked it, hit like. If you want to see more of these, let me know. I am open to do it. I mean, I love Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I probably was going to play it anyway, but I figure, hey, might as well share it with the rest of the world. Again, this is Constantine's Soapbox. Y'all stay fancy and have a good night. Bye.